A study released in the journal Nature Climate Change states that rising temperatures are causing birds to migrate a little earlier each spring, and their journeys home are shifted forward by slightly less than 2 days each decade. Birds wintering in the southern United States now arrive back in the Northeast an average of 13 days earlier than before, and birds wintering in South America arrive back in the Northeast an average of 4 days earlier.
An increase in growing season length caused by warmer temperatures has caused many species to move poleward in latitudinal range and upward in elevation over the past century.
Look at all those chickens!
Among birds, one species affected by these migration changes are Canadian geese. Many Canadian geese not only delay their migration, but also stop flying as far south as they once did. According to the Audubon Society, some populations have also changed routes or wintering areas as habitats have changed. As their native habitats become less hospitable, the birds are forced to move northward. Many species have expanded their territories to inhabited areas, and large numbers of Canadian geese have moved to farmland and suburban communities.
In areas such as the Great Lakes, duck numbers are projected to decline 20% by 2030. Many diving duck species rely on submerged aquatic plants and vertebrae for food, and changes in lake water depth attributed to rising temperature can affect ducks' habitat and their food sources. Lipid reserves of ducks can greatly influence migration strategies. According to a study, when temperature is below a critical threshold, elevated thermoregulatory demands cause it to become more energetically costly for northern hemispheric waterfowl to persist at higher latitudes than to migrate southward to warmer environments. Mallards and black ducks are projected to overwinter in their traditional year-round areas like the Great Lakes region by the mid-21st century, instead of flying south for the winter. Bluebirds leave breeding grounds in the north of the range to winter in the southeastern U.S. or Mexico. Populations in the northern part of the range are entirely migratory, spending winters in the southeastern United States or Mexico.
If Earth warms by 3 degrees Celsius as predicted, Audubon estimates that 13 out of America's 50 state birds might have difficulty living in the states they represent. Some species, like the black-throated blue warbler, are migrating almost a week earlier than they did 50 years ago.
We should have understanding and patience towards bird species, like ensuring the health and stability of them, donating to societies such as the National Audubon Society, and reducing conflicts during their sojourn.
These strategies will allow us to successfully coexist with these birds and aid in their migration to their respective areas.